Welcome back to the show where we will discuss controversy, bad calls, legacy games, and chants that happened at the previous FGCU basketball game. This is an episode that I personally have been looking forward to for days. We are here. We are ready to go. How are we feeling today, lady and gentlemen?
Excited.
God.
Okay, thank you.
That was so much louder than I thought it would be.
I'm fired up.
I'm fired up, dude.
And now I'm deaf.
And that too. No, yeah, me and Hoagie, we were talking about this episode. We were building up to it. This is an episode that's going to have some energy into it because, frankly, I'm pissed. I'm pissed off. And that comes from a multitude of NFL games, comes from an FGCU basketball game. I'm pissed. I'm ready to go. Thank you for being here. It's always a great day to have a pulse because this is where sports come alive, baby.
Let's start with women's basketball. They are 9-8. They split their last two games against West Georgia, losing 63-57, and Queens winning 65-45. They are 5-1 in conference play and 6-3 over the last month since December 20th.
Heard that. The ladies are hot. The ladies are hot. They're ready to rock, all right? They're in the gym getting after it. Raina's got these girls going, gone.
And raining threes.
All right, 5-1 in conference play, 6-3 over the last month. I like the way that sounds. I love the way that sounds. Previously, at the beginning of the season, they probably would have been 3-6 over the last month. But something is flipped. Something flipped.
Yeah, I watched the basket get bigger against Queens. I watched it happen. The shot started to fall, and it was like a flip switched.
No, it absolutely did. And I think the most interesting part when it comes to these two games that they just played over the last week is in both of these games, FGCU led in points in the paint, second chance points, fast break points, bench points, points off turnovers, rebounds, and the turnover battle, and yet they split those games. What was the difference in those games? FGCU against West Georgia only shot 16% from three and allowed West Georgia to shoot 44% from three. We're talking Steph Curry career average from three. And then you go into the Queens game. FGCU shot it better. They had a little bit more fluidity to their game around the arc. They shot 33% from three. They didn't take as many, but they made more. And what did they allow from Queens? Only 14% from three. 4 for 28 from Queens. The girls had them on wraps. And again, they led in points in the paint, second chance points, fast break, bench points, points off turnovers, rebounds, and the turnover battle. I think it's pretty clear what the recipe is for success with this basketball team, no?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, as you said, beginning of the season, I don't think they would have played like how they are now. Something is clicking, something that Raina's doing, and these girls they're building a connection. I feel like it was the connection maybe on and off the court, and
100%.
now it's completely flown.
No, absolutely. I mean, and you look at their record, 9-8 is not pretty. 9-8 is not pretty at all. You're only one game above 500. But you go into the last 6 games they played. Since conference play has started, FGCU women's basketball has been dominant. I mean, they were 4-7 at one point. Now they're 9-8. And I would expect that to keep going up. I think West Georgia, even with the terrible shooting in that game that we had, we lost by 7 points. And you can make up those 7 points from just a few plays swinging the opposite way. So West Georgia isn't we got exposed game. It wasn't our night shooting the ball. And then we come and get it back against Queens, you know. They spun back, all right? They spun back on Queens. They got it going. And somebody that I really, really want to shout out for these two games has been Nay Staten. She's been really stepping up. In the game against West Georgia, she had 13 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double. She only shot 1 for 5 from three, but shooting threes isn't necessarily her strong suit. She's very much a get downhill, get to the bucket kind of girl. She's going to play dirty. She's going to do all the things that nobody wants to do, the dirty work. And that's second game against Queens, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 6 for 10 from the field, and 1 for 3 from three. So definitely better splits there from that game.
Yeah, she's getting position, and she's playing from the paint. And inside-out game, that gets our whole team going.
Absolutely. And that's not to even forget about somebody that I think had, in my opinion, the biggest role in why FGCU was able to separate, because I want to note this. In the third quarter, 9 minutes to go, FGCU was losing to Queens 24-25. They finished the game on a 41-20 run, and I can't help but think that run was fueled by none other than Jordan Campbell off the bench. She went 2 for 4 from three, 4 for 6 from the field, 10 points, 9 rebounds, 2 steals. That is awesome coming off the bench. That production is incredible. And this is a girl that was a walk-on, earned a scholarship, and she's out here playing with her head on fire.
Why do you think she wears number 23?
You know why. You know why.
It
You
ain't
know
because
why.
of her first name.
No, it's not.
No, fully because she is the reincarnate of Michael Jordan.
Reincarnate of Michael
Wow.
Jordan.
Reincarnate of Michael Jordan.
It's a
Even
big-
though he is alive and well.
That was going to be my next
He
question.
is.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely a big comparison. But I love how confident she's gotten, especially this season. You know, coming in new head coach after you were just given a scholarship, and then you come in and you keep working, and she's cemented herself as one of the most important players on this team, and she comes off the bench. I love that. I mean, you got to have that bench energy, someone to come boost them.
And I think coming off a game like that where you now have so much confidence, you're only going to go up from here.
No, absolutely. And I mean, Jordan Campbell, I mean, I don't know if you guys know this because she's a very unselfish basketball player. She doesn't look for her shot first, but she's one hell of a shooter.
Yeah, she's really finding her role.
And now, transitioning to
Scumbag.
perhaps a legacy game, perhaps a game off the bench that wasn't expected. Men's basketball, baby.
Yeah.
Men's basketball.
Let's go.
Now, they are 8-11, but fear not, because I think what we just saw over the past 2 games was an awakening. An awakening of something I wasn't sure was there, that you weren't sure was there.
Nope.
Oh, I wish I could cuss. Isaiah Malone, baby. Isaiah Malone had a hell of a 2 games over this past week. I mean, he found something. He really, really did.
He found confidence is what he found.
He did. And even in that first game that FGCU lost, 85-74 to Queens, Isaiah Malone had 17 points, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks. You know, he's figuring something out. He's finding what works best for him. Now, he's not perfect. Nobody on this team is perfect, all right? But Isaiah Malone, if you continue to play that way, this team is going to win a lot of basketball games. It starts with him down low, getting him going early, getting him comfortable, showing him that the guy next to him in the paint, he's going to dominate him. And that's what he did in both of these games.
And it opens it up for Barno so much. I mean,
my
Barno's
gosh.
had tremendous games as well. And when Malone can have a presence and can be physical and can be an issue in the paint, Barno's speed is just an issue that you can't solve.
Yeah, I mean, incredible facilitator. He's great off the dribble. He's shifty. He gets inside. I mean, you see him dribbling around dudes looking like he's doing the hokey pokey around these kids. I mean, they can't keep up with him. So, I mean, if you have a consistent big that Barno can run a screen and roll with, he can run a two-man game with, the sky's the limit with his basketball team.
Just watch out for desks, please. Don't flop onto the desk.
What?
There's
Yeah,
a
Isaiah
lot of
Malone,
equipment.
please do not fall on desks anymore. We're going to need you here, pal, all right? So,
I know you love the fans. Do not be running into the stands, though.
no, and I mean, I think what's so impressive, especially for Malone, a big guy that shot 11 for 11 from the free throw line. He was getting to the line and hitting them. FGCU actually in that Queens game went 22 of 22 from the free throw line, 100%. But where they lost this game again, just like the women's team, 19% from 3 in this Queens game, as opposed to Queens shooting 28% for 3. Not much better, but good enough to get them an 11-point victory.
It was honestly a fantastic game. I think, as we've been saying, it was without a doubt his game of his career so far, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And honestly, he started looking like Keyshawn Kellman out there.
Okay.
A little bit throwback from the past, blast from the past. But no, it was a fantastic game all around. Honestly, probably the only downside to this game was besides the loss was JR getting hurt.
He did leave the game early with what appeared to be an appendix injury. Paramedics did come into the gym. They were checking him out. We heard rumors that he was sent to the hospital. I don't know if he was. And then we also heard some other rumors that JR's out for the rest of the year.
These are
Screw
just
that
rumors.
noise.
Yeah, not with
These
an
are just
appendix
rumors.
industry.
These are just rumors.
Not
He'll
with
be
an
back.
appendix
Hold JR
injury.
down.
He'll
JR
be fine.
himself
Nope.
came to the student section after that riled up victory versus West Georgia, which we will get into in a minute. And he told us himself, I will be back. All right. We're talking Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'll be back. All right. JR is going to have an inspired second half of the season. I can feel it. I can feel it coming.
No, and you won't be out that long from an appendix injury.
No.
You'll-
No. And there, after the game ended, there were some couple unnice words from the student section, as in fire chambers. That is definitely something that has been spoken about within this school here in the student section and throughout some classes, people I've talked to. Don't listen to the noise chambers. Just keep your head on straight, and that's exactly what he did going into the next game with a 90-72 win over UWG.
Yeah. And I think we need to talk about Jack Reddick. from
Jack
this
Reddick,
game,
baby.
playing the best game of his career, scoring 14 points on 5 for 6 shooting from the field and 3 for 3 shooting from a three-point range, all of which were career best marks for the sophomore. He also played a career high 24 minutes off the bench.
Automatic, baby.
Yeah.
Automatic. Jack Reddick had me fired up in the stands. I mean, we're sitting here watching the game, and every time he touches the ball, we're screaming, Jack Reddick! Jack Reddick! I couldn't believe it. And it's really hilarious because I have heard students get upset when, Chambers will sub out an Ellerby, a Barno, and he'll bring in Jack Reddick because maybe they just don't know. Maybe they don't know what this kid's got in the Duffy, all right? They don't know what's in the duffel bag. But Jack Reddick could shoot the hell out the ball.
He can.
He could shoot the basketball, baby, and he proved that. 14 points on 5 of 6. That's beautiful efficiency.
It's stepping up.
It is.
JR's out, and he's the guy that we're looking for those buckets when we need him. And oh my goodness,
Dude. I mean, it wasn't expected on my end. I am sorry, Mr. Reddick, Mr. Jack. I was not aware of your game, but you've got it. You've got game, all right? But this game can't go without mentioning our stud point guard, Ramir Barno. 19 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists in this game.
Insane.
they couldn't keep up with him. He's too fast.
He,
He's too quick. Something that I honestly going into this game, JR's injured. There wasn't a great coaching game the game before. Not our best, but man, did they turn it around. They completely flipped the script and showed everybody exactly what we have been wanting to see. They came out star-studded, lights out the entire time. Fantastic game all around. They showed that even in the darkest of times, there's still light.
There's always light. And I
that's
mean,
beautiful, Duffy.
that was beautiful.
That's
Straight
beautiful.
straight Duff Spear.
Duff Spear.
Tough spear.
Shakespeare who? Shakespeare who? No.
Yeah, and comparable to the women's team again, in this game that FGCU won, they shot 58% from three, 7 of 13, as compared to West Georgia's 31% from three. So we see a pattern occur with these basketball teams where if you can shoot it efficiently from the three, you can take good shots. You don't need to take 40 threes a game. You take 13, 14, you hit half of them, all right? That is going to win you ball games. And that was clear that game plan, playing inside out, playing that high-low basketball works for this team. So please keep doing it. Please keep doing it.
Throughout this entire game, though, there was a lot of chirping. There was a lot of hustle and bustle. There was a lot of fists being thrown into faces. Refs, what are we doing? Why was a man that we can call Superman, that is one of my exciting whites, why was this man ejected and fouled out of the game for going and trying to de-escalate a situation? Is that not what we want?
Or sticking up for
I'm
his
just saying.
teammate at the same
Exactly.
time.
Don't you dare.
Michael Duex.
Don't you dare.
And it's not like he even threw
Don't
the
you
punch.
dare disrespect Duex. That's not how we do it here.
Don't you dare.
Don't you dare.
That thug disrespected Ellerby.
Yeah.
He hit him in the
Exactly.
face.
Exactly.
How dare
Hit him
you
with
touch
one of
my
those.
sweet prince, Jordan Ellerby,
Oh my God.
the GOAT, the 40-point maestro.
All Duex did was put on a red shining cape, open up his buttoned up jersey, and run out to the court like he was goddamn Clark Kent. I mean, why are you throwing a man out like that? Why are you throwing out a man like that?
No, but at the same time, he's coming out there, he's defending his teammate. He didn't throw the first punch, so why he got ejected is kind of like...
No, yeah, he didn't throw the first punch. You know who did?
Who?
Some bum who scored 2 points in this game, who had more fouls than points. You bum. You bum.
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 Yeah, how dare you think that you can even breathe the same air as Jordan Ellerby? All right, he's got the dog in him. You don't. You had 2 points, pal. You're a Division I basketball player scoring less than Pee-wee basketball players. You
Float-
bum.
Float like a butterfly, sting like an Ellerby.
Oh!
Man, yeah, he's lucky he didn't
How long
swing
have
back.
you been thinking about that
He's
one?
lucky.
Like
didn't
probably
swing
6
back.
or 7 weeks.
Oh my god.
Oh!
No, that was good. I like
I
that.
liked it.
I like that a
A
lot.
touch of class stuff, man. A touch of
Oh,
class.
yeah.
A touch of class. But yeah, I mean, to round out this basketball segment, I think there's a few things that we can really look back on here. Number one, no JR for right now, which sucks. We don't know when he'll
Yeah.
be back. He will be back. Ladies and gentlemen, do not get sad about it. He will be back.
Is his new nickname the Terminator?
JR?
Yeah.
Terminator? Kind of like it.
JR Terminator?
Kinda like
we
it.
can make it.
I kind of like it. If he comes back and puts up 30 and puts someone on a poster, he's the Terminator. Well, I'm going to hold you to it, JR. You come back from the injury, you put up 30 and put someone on a poster, you're the Terminator now. Number two, The difference came from around the arc in these two games. When the FGCU can shoot it efficiently, they can defend the three, they can figure out how to handle that 5-out offense that Lipscomb ran and that West Georgia ran, because they both ran it and it worked against us both times. If they can keep figuring that out, they'll be good. And number 3, our GOAT, Isaiah Malone. Keep playing this way. I've seen inspired performances from you for 2 weeks. Keep it up, pal.
And Isaiah Malone influences number 2 a lot as well.
Absolutely, he
because
does.
when he can come in and defend the paint, and he's not crashing down, he's not getting reckless. That there's nothing you can do.
No, it's absolutely true. And Isaiah Malone's somebody that plays with a lot of fire in his heart. You can see
yeah.
it.
Passion player.
Isaiah Malone, you little rage baiter. We see you out there, pal. I especially when I'm working games on the court and I can hear them. You rage bait them so bad. It's so funny. I can't even tell y'all what the kind of stuff I hear. But yeah, Isaiah gets in people's heads and then it comes back on him. You got to keep the head leveled, keep playing hard, keep playing fast, working the paint, because it's phenomenal right now.
All right, we had a big game this week. We had the national championship. The first ever 12-man college football playoff is done. It was Indiana's game the whole way through, and we know the Duff Man is real fired up about this one.
Fernando
Mendoza with a beautiful, beautiful.
Did you know he was
catch.
trying to go to Miami?
Not catch, but yeah.
Oh, did you know that?
Did you guys know he was from Miami?
Did you know
he's
that
a
he's
hometown
exactly
kid?
2.2 miles away from the stadium?
Did you know that his
Yeah.
preparation is just unbelievable? He's a great guy, great teammate.
In
But
Miami.
he's from Miami.
He's from Miami. Don't forget.
It's
He's from
true.
Miami.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
He did try to walk on Miami.
Oh yeah, and then they said no because he tried to walk on.
He
there.
tried to walk on.
Of course,
He was
yeah.
from
In case
Miami.
you guys
They
didn't
did
know, that
mention
is
that
all
on
the
the
broadcasters
broadcast.
said about him.
Yeah,
So.
if you guys did not
2.2
watch
miles.
that game, if you're kind of confused on why we keep saying that, it's because during these playoffs, they've probably told us Fernando Mendoza's from Miami, and specifically last night, collective 45
like 6 or
times.
7.
6 or 7 times last night alone. And one more time, in case you didn't know, he tried to walk on in Miami.
He's from Miami.
Yeah.
2.2
No.
miles to be exact.
I was
You did not think you were Miami. You were on Miami's side for this.
I was shocked.
I was not.
That's the best thing I can say is I was completely shocked. Miami, it sucks. Do not hang your heads because this was an inspired performance.
They
That's
held
what I
their
will
own.
say.
They held their own.
They
Right.
held Indiana outside of their last touchdown, in the last few minutes. I mean, they were sitting at 20 points for, 3.5 quarters, sitting at 20 points. You're holding this explosive offense that has a plus 439 point scoring differential on the season to 20 points. Miami played one hell of a football game.
They did.
They made mistakes, but they played a hell of a game.
Yeah, Cristobal showed a set that he's never showed before.
No, oh yeah. And I've been a big Cristobal doubter, but no more. Honestly, no more. And I heard a lot of talk, a lot of bashing of Cristobal last night because I was with Harrison,
Oh, gosh.
who is an avid Miami hater and had nothing good to say about it and was like, I knew the whole time Cristobal could never win a championship. Like, pal, he was 3 minutes away from it. Like,
He has been saying that all year, though. He's
mean-
been calling him a fraud and a big game choker.
Yeah,
but he didn't choke this game.
I
at
really
all.
don't
game,
think
no.
that it was him.
it was a
Carson Beck.
terrible pass from Carson Beck at the end of the game.
Who was it? George that said it in the group chat? That he said
This is a crazy stat.
Carson Beck has lost 6 games in his college career. All 6 were winnable games on a game-winning drive. All of them resulted in a game-ending interception by Carson Beck.
All of them.
All
That is
6.
uncanny.
That's nuts.
That's
nuts.
Every
insane.
game
That's insane.
was right on the wire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Win or lose on that last Carson Beck play.
And this is his 7th season.
Sixth season, I think.
season?
6 or
I thought
7.
it was
6 or 7.
No.
How many of these can we get today?
I don't
That's
know.
like
6 or
3
7.
right.
There's
We're
another
So
one.
stupid.
If we get that high, dude, I will freak out. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
No, this Miami team was absolutely good enough to win this game last night. And it kind of broke my heart that they lost the way they did because I fully expected a blowout. I wanted
Yeah.
Miami to win, but I expected a blowout.
Yeah.
And this game going in a half being 10-0, not that bad. And then you get in the second half 10-7, then it's getting close, it's tight. And they get their stops that they need at the end. And then Carson Beck throws it away. All he had to do was just back shoulder toward the sideline. If you throw it out of bounds, no big deal. No one can catch that ball. That's their best case scenario. But Miami could have won this game last night. They played well enough to do it. They have the players to do it. The coaching, say what you want about Cristobal. I thought he coached a phenomenal game yesterday.
So it's funny that both of these stats, honestly, these crazy stats happen on the same exact play, same exact interception too. Indiana's game-winning pick came from Jamarian Sharp, the nephew of Glenn Sharp, whose controversial pass interference lost Miami its last natty game.
That's crazy. Crazy.
What a small world.
Miami hates the Sharps at this point, man. My God, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're Jamarian Sharp, Glenn Sharp, or Shannon Sharp, man. They hate. They don't even care if you're a Sharpie. Get the hell out of here.
You know who else they probably hate? Fernando Mendoza when they didn't let him walk on because he's from Miami.
From 2.2 miles away from the stadium that he played the national championship in Miami at.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was a walk-on.
Right.
Against the opposing team, which was also Miami.
Right. Right.
I think perhaps the biggest storyline of last night, and it's actually hilarious that this is what I say, Curt Cignetti smiled.
He smiled. I started
Curt
yelling.
Cignetti smiled last night.
I know, he was so stone-faced the whole game.
Even right after they won, he for about maybe 30 seconds, he was like, and then I guess maybe he heard them running up with the Gatorade bath because it was right before it.
Yeah.
He then starts smiling
Yeah.
and then gets showered.
Had
and
you
then-
seen him smile?
I'd never seen him
I'd
smile.
never seen
I
him
have
smile.
never seen him
He's
smile
very
one time.
game-faced at all times, which I respect, but
I mean, he's up 40 and he's not happy about it. He's like, we should be up 41.
Yeah.
That's a good mindset, though.
No, but
It worked. It did work.
worked.
Yeah.
I fully believe that they if Indiana doesn't build a statue of Mendoza diving into that end zone, they're doing something wrong.
That play was unbelievable.
That was insane.
nails.
That was nuts.
That play was crazy.
crazy.
He got through 5 or 6 tackles.
I was so
No.
Not that many, Duff man. It was not indeed.
No. He got through 5 or 6 tackles. I mean, he's breaking tackles. He's stiff-arming guys. He's hitting a spin move. And then to put his body on the line, you see why Indiana loves him so much.
Yeah.
And you see why the Raiders are going to waste their first overall pick on him. But we'll get to that a later day.
Really?
What do you mean, really?
I didn't know he was going to the Raiders.
The Raiders.
They have the first
Raiders
overall pick.
want
You think they're gonna pick
Mendoza.
him?
Yes, they're taking.
He just
Mendoza.
won the national championship and he was the Heisman winner.
He put it on the table. Yeah. I mean, he literally, that play.
Yeah, he zipped down his pants and just.
Oh,
Yeah, he did. But that play really tells it shows me why Indiana loves him so much. It shows me why the Raiders are potentially going to love him so much if they do end up taking him number 1 overall. I think it's a mistake, but we'll get back into that
too.
a later day. But Mendoza, what a season for you, my guy. What a season to come over from Cal and to lead this team for
come over
Cignetti.
from Miami.
For Cignetti to put his trust in you the way he did, lead a team to the national championship. Unreal. Nothing but respect for what Indiana did this year.
Absolutely.
It takes a special leader to bring all those transfers together as well.
Oh, absolutely it does.
To make that national championship run happen, it takes a significant amount of leadership.
Absolutely it does. And I mean, he's 22 years old, so he's sitting around the median age for what Indiana's got. But I mean, to come in, you're this guy that, Indiana had guys come back. And they have this random kid from California come in, 22 years old. He's either younger than half the team, older than the other half. So he's right in the middle. And to bring them all together, to lead them the way he did, to, have that run right there was just the spitting image of what Indiana's season looked like this year. It was just undying, relentless play from every single player on that team.
Yeah, there's that give and take now in this modern NIL era of having the pieces and having the team, right? Having the guys that have played together, or I need a cornerback. I need guys that can play. To bring that together is the way that Cignetti did. It results in a national championship.
Oh, yeah, absolutely does. And I made this take last night in the group chat that we have for the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. I did sleep on it. I woke up this morning not as confident in it, but I'm going to say it anyway. I believe that when Curt Cignetti retires, he will have the same, if not a better legacy than Nick Saban did.
I really don't think so.
The culture that he's building in Indiana, that is going to be a dynasty. We're going to see multiple Indiana chips over the next decade. I guarantee you that.
If he does, I will eat my words, but I mean, that's like as hard as a rookie quarterback coming in and then being like, this guy has the potential to be better than Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Like, you win one Super Bowl and then he could possibly beat him. That's my vision of it. But I mean, I think he's a fantastic coach. I think he's absolutely he built that team hand by
if
hand.
you're a high-level recruit or a high-level transfer, what about Kurt Signetti makes you say, I don't want to play for
exactly.
that guy?
That's my only reason why there's a 20% chance that'll happen.
He's going to have his pick of the litter.
But what I think, though, is that the recipe that he put down this year, he's never going to have those same ingredients.
Maybe not.
So it's hard to say, with so much of his success coming out of the portal and coming from a lot of these pieces that picked up and played well.
Yeah.
How are you gonna know if he can cook again the same way?
That's true.
I think that the era of college football we're in is the easiest for him to do that. If we're talking college football 10 years ago, there's no way he's replicating this because that would be such a unique situation where you have such an older team, right? But now in the transfer portal era, when you have so many guys that are grad transfers or they're juniors that want to get out of where they're going so they can get a better draft stock, you have a lot of older players. Red shirts, medical red shirts, the guys that still have COVID red shirts left, those kind of guys. It's possible to build a team like this. Are you going to have the same caliber of player is where the question comes in, I think.
I don't know. It was a great game all around. Great season for college ball. I know we didn't speak on it a whole lot, but we did speak on it a little bit. Everything that we spoke about was always awesome, amazing, groundbreaking, especially with Mendoza and
He's
the
from
Indiana
Miami.
Hoosiers.
I'm so excited for Mendoza to just be done with college football, dude.
Yeah.
You see his brother transferred?
He did.
He went into the transfer portal.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, they probably told him straight up. Like, we're getting somebody else, which is
still-
respectable.
I mean, you could be a Mendoza on the Indiana campus. That would be pretty lit, right?
True.
Right.
Yeah,
True.
but then you go build your own legacy somewhere else.
That's
Very
true.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like like Tua's little brother going to Maryland.
yeah.
It's kind of that same scenario, I think.
Yeah. No, but I think it was a great season all around. I do want to give a shout out to Fernando Mendoza's parents, especially his father. Absolutely. I don't. You're probably never gonna see this, but you are what men should strive to be. How you treat your wife. All props to you, man. As a son whose mom has MS, I don't know much about it, but I know that your wife can't stand. She's bound to a wheelchair. It is just like tear jerking that you sit with your wife to celebrate and your whole family does that. Props to you. You are a total role model off the field, man. Absolute great.
Absolutely.
But back it onto the exciting side. Who else but the Hoosiers?
And moving into our NFL playoff section, the AFC showdown between the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos ended in a game-winning drive by Bo Nix and the Broncos following a controversial interception call in overtime, which leads me to transition to the question that, does the NFL need a change in officiating and rules?
Absolutely, 100% yes. No doubt in my mind. It was ridiculous. Carl Cheffers, I hate you. Go ahead.
I think.
Okay.
I think it shouldn't be that there should be a change in rule. I think the rules need to become more consistent. Because
I agree.
you had the same exact kind of play happen in
all three. All three of those games
It was
that
all
night.
three.
All of them.
I mean, you can't have this one have it come down to that because, I mean, that lost the Bills the game. Bills were going to win if he caught that ball. Then you go to another game where what was the second game that it happened in?
Patriots Texans. It happened on a crosser in the middle, and it got thrown, and it was an interception or interception catch, whatever, and they gave it to the offense on that one.
Yeah,
but
and then
not
it wasn't
for Brandon Cooks.
And then the next one was also the same thing where they gave it to the offense, correct? So honestly, I think it should be that one, NFL officiating needs to become a lot more consistent, one. And then two, if it's going to be coming down to that situation where it's receiver is catching the ball at the same time as a pick, I guess, it should go to the offense, in my opinion.
No,
I don't think it should be
it's like a tie go to the runner kind of
just
thing.
exactly. Yeah.
Unwritten rule.
Yeah.
I just think that the officiating between, I don't want to say it's not favoritism in any way, but what you're saying with the consistency where they'll call some calls,
Yeah.
but then you watch the same thing happen in another one, and they don't call it. which I think is so frustrating because it literally is the difference between a win and a lose.
Yeah, I don't know how they achieve the consistency because
I don't know either.
you have a different head ref for each game.
Mm-hmm.
So if that be they make a whole new rule for that specific kind of catch, or they make a whole new rule on what a catch is in general, which I think they should go for the first option. They just need to become more consistent because, I mean, as a Bills fan, imagine watching the Bears game or the Patriots game and seeing that happen, and you're like, that literally could have been us.
Right.
You called it correctly, they called it wrong, and we lost because of the refs.
Well, I think you guys are absolutely correct when it comes to consistency because this is, like you guys are talking about, something we've seen in every single game this weekend, and there was a different result every single time.
Mm-hmm.
And so to fix that, I mean, you got to bring in all the officials and you got to do some training. You go up, you set a definition for what is a catch because the NFL has not been able to figure out what a catch is since Des Bryant with the catch fumble thing in the game against the Packers years back. Since then, we've never had a clear definition on what a catch is and what it isn't. And there's other games I can point to. I mean, in the Bears game with that Devontae Adams catch on the sideline that basically sealed them field goal range, I will argue till the day I die he did not catch that ball.
Really?
He didn't. He had the ball in his mitts, 2 hands on the ground or 2 feet on the ground. As he's going out of bounds, he clutches the ball again and brings it back in after he lets go of it a little bit as he's already out of bounds. They give him the catch. But then in other games, they're going to call that incomplete. So they're going to say he didn't have control. Yeah. Or there's but he didn't maintain, the ball through the ground or whatever.
I don't like the football move.
Which is so
I hate the
frustrating.
The football move
is
that
the
shouldn't
worst
be a thing.
one.
Yeah.
It is by far the worst one because to me, I'm a simple person. Did you catch the ball or did you not?
Exactly.
Right.
If you caught the ball, did it move? Did it not? Did you make a football move is ridiculous because it's so
also
hard
like
to define. What's
yeah,
a football
exactly.
move?
What is a football move? Because like if I catch the ball like this, and that's not a football move, but if I catch it like this, and that is a football move, what the hell is the difference? You caught the ball both ways.
Yeah, It's like when did he turn up field? Did he
when he steps, did
make a
he
play?
brace himself?
Oh my
Did he
gosh.
all this
And
stuff? Did he turn his body? This is my point. The NFL doesn't know what a catch is. How can we as fans not be in an uproar when we see plays like this that are deciding football games? I mean, that Bills call, I think it was egregious. I say it was absolutely a catch. If you ask me, catch by Brandon Cooks. I mean, ball hits him in the hands. He pulls it in, goes to the ground with control of the ball. Doesn't hit the ground.
His knee is
His
down.
knee is on the ground, and then it gets pulled away as he's rolling over. Why is that an
Ridiculous.
interception? Like, I need the NFL to clearly explain what about that is an interception.
The only way that I can possibly see it as if it's like that is if literally the second before, like I'm talking ground is here, his knee is here, and you can see in between. And then the ball like pops out a little bit. I can see that because he doesn't have control of the ball before he goes down. That's perfect. That's common sense. But in that sense, it makes no sense because it's like you hit the floor. How is that not a catch? You had control of the ball, but you got it stripped away when you were on the floor. That makes no sense.
No, absolutely. I mean, when Brandon Cooks, half his body's on the ground, we're talking his metatarsals, fibia, tibia, his gluteus maximus is gracing the floor on an NFL stage, and we're going to say, he's not down. What are we, like?
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right. The football move, that's the worst one. It's the same thing with the roughing the passer and bracing themselves before they come down. It's a stupid rule. Yeah. Stupid.
Yeah.
I agree.
To really segue into the biggest storyline from this game, I think it is 100% without a doubt Josh Allen. And here's my thing. We cannot keep giving Josh Allen excuses because this year I heard from multiple sources, multiple reporters, people online, NFL analysts, like professionals, Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the world. He's QB1. He's the most talented quarterback I've ever seen. Heard it multiple times. Well, guess what, guys? Josh Allen, best quarterback in the league, QB1, when the real one is at home playing with his kids. He's got a brace on his leg. Let's be real. QB1 lives in Kansas City, pal. Josh Allen is 7-6 in the playoffs. Now, how do you get those 7 wins? He beat old Phillip Rivers. He beat Lamar Jackson before he ever got a playoff win. He beat Mac Jones. He beat Skylar Thompson and Mason Rudolph. That's where he's gotten his wins from. Who has he lost to? Patrick Mahomes 4 times. He lost to Joe Burrow, and he lost to Lamar Jackson. So he beats mid-tier bad quarterbacks and loses to all the greats. This is what we're seeing. And then even when Joe, Lamar, and Patrick aren't in the playoffs, he loses to the number 1 seed. When he finally has some competition in the playoffs, he loses to Bo Nix. We cannot keep excusing Josh Allen. To build on that, after they complain about the overtime rule of both teams get a possession, Josh Allen's 0-7 in the overtime. 0-3 in overtime and in the playoffs. And we're going to keep excusing this guy? He doesn't win big games. Simple as that. He's phenomenal. He is a super multi-talented, multi-level quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen talent-wise. I will say one of the best, not the best. But he's not a winner, and we have to keep giving excuses. And I think they use Sean McDermott as a scapegoat. While he's not a good coach, that's a scapegoat for your quarterback failing to win big games.
I don't think it was necessarily a scapegoat. I think it was they pulled kind of a move of what the Bucs did in 2002. It was you're making it to these giant games and you can't achieve success, and you just think we just got to switch it up. And then who knows? Maybe it's word for word. They just rewrote the title on the script that they used in 2002, and he comes back and he proves us all wrong next year. But I mean, it does come up the question of when is next year? Because as of right now, we've been saying it for the last 5 years.
Every single time it's, Josh Allen will be back next year. Next year is his best opportunity. You know, the Chiefs have a hurt player. Patrick Mahomes is hurt, or, now Pat's not in it. This has got to be the year. This is the year. And he doesn't get it done again and again and again and again. And the overtime thing is the biggest gripe for me because the Bills were the team that complained the most about that overtime rule.
Yeah.
And now they're 0-7 in overtime with Josh Allen and 0-3 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Absolutely hilarious. Poetic, if you ask me.
So where do you think that leaves Josh Allen going next year?
Josh Allen's going to be in Buffalo because they got rid of their scapegoat. They said, you know what, Sean McDermott's not the guy. Maybe that's the problem. And you know what? Maybe it is. But last night, Josh Allen had 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear about
it. It was
that.
an ugly game, and I think he even knew it because, there was one of the fumbles. One of the fumbles just made no sense. What the hell was he doing? The one where he was like this?
Yeah, the fumble before halftime
doing?
gave Denver an extra 3 points, would have ended up being the difference in this football game.
Awful.
3 points.
It was awful. Given everybody's going to feel bad for the guy because, he's crying on national television, but he did speak truth. He said that he feels like he screwed up and it's on him.
He said he let down his teammates, and he did.
He did.
He did.
You don't deserve to go into the next game when you have 4 turnovers. We saw it with Josh Allen, and then we also saw it with C.J. Stroud, which he had 6, correct?
Yeah, C.J. Stroud had 4 interceptions, 2 fumbles.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
You don't deserve to go into the next round when you're making those kinds of mistakes, and especially such a stupid one when Josh Allen, even though he might not be quarterback 1, because you said it's in Kansas City.
There's no might. He is not quarterback 1.
But if he's even getting the, privilege to even remotely be called quarterback 1, you can't be making dumb decisions like holding a football this way when you're on probably the 30-yard line.
Yeah, they were close
20
to
seconds
midfield,
left. Yeah, with 20 seconds left in the game or going into halftime, and that's so. I'm not even I never played any kind of level of quarterback in high school, middle school, elementary school, Pee-wee. Maybe in my past life, but even I know when you're getting blitzed and there's a guy coming at you, you're not holding the ball like this. You're going like this. You're keeping it secure so it doesn't get into the situation, which I've never seen something like that.
Especially Josh Allen, who's an experienced runner.
Exactly.
This is a guy who takes pride in the contact that he runs through.
Yeah.
And then you hold the ball like a jackass out to your right, like it's a loaf of bread you're running home to your mom.
This is the guy that caught a pass, caught a passing touchdown, ran a touchdown, and threw a touchdown all in the same game. How do you not know how to hold the football?
And just to end that game off, because I never want to talk about the game ever again in my life. Denver, I apologize. You're going to lose next round, but I apologize. The defense was outstanding. They held Josh Allen in check. I was familiar with your game. I know you're good, but I blinded myself with my intuition that Josh Allen was finally going to get it done, but turns out he's still just a bum. So congrats, Denver. Congrats on finishing second in the AFC to the New England Patriots.
So with that being said, unfortunately, Bo Nix did go down during the game, which I didn't even see happen. I have no idea when he got that ankle injury, but to ask you guys, how do you think Jarrett Stidham is going to perform in the next game of the playoffs?
Stidham versus the world.
Okay.
You're going up against your former team that completely gave up on you, had no faith in you whatsoever, especially when, given I would have done the same if I was Belichick, when you see your quarterback go in for one play, throw a pick six, and then immediately just put Brady back in. But anyway,
That's rough.
I mean, you had all these Patriots fans that after Brady, they were like, Stidham's the guy, Stidham's the guy, Stidham's the guy. And then they just wipe him clean, and they're like, on to the next.
Well,
and now he goes to the Raiders. Yes, but the last game that he started in he was on the Raiders, and he was going up against the Niners, who made it to the Super Bowl that year. He had 357 passing yards and 3 passing touchdowns. So, I mean, that was back in 2023. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you never know.
That's the last time he
He-
played an NFL game was in
Yup.
2023.
Seriously.
He could pull it together and really make something.
Well, yeah,
happen.
I mean, even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while.
I mean, who knows? I mean, we're talking like how other people used to talk when Nick Foles was going into the Super Bowl.
But Nick
so you
Foles
never
is
know.
Nick
different
Foles was a
animal,
great
though.
quarterback. That's
He
the
was a
thing.
good
But what did he
quarterback.
do after the Super Bowl?
What did he need to do?
He wasted
He
some of
didn't do
my
anything.
Chicago's money.
He led
exactly.
He led the Eagles to a Super Bowl over Tom Brady when QB1.
Yeah, he earned it.
But that's
We're talking MVP Carson Wentz here, like MVP
No, I know.
candidate
Yeah,
Carson
I know.
Wentz goes down, and Nick Foles comes in and plays an electric playoff.
It's like
But
the opposite
you can say the same
situation,
kind of
though,
thing.
where
It is.
it's like he fit really well there, and Stidham does not fit on this Broncos
no, he
offense.
doesn't. And this
Well-
this
they're
offense,
going to get some field position. I think they're going to get some takeaways, but
if
it's
Denver
not
is
gonna
going
be
to have a remote chance in this game, it's going to be the defense because the offense isn't electric with Bo Nix.
with Bo Nix, and he's supposed
Yeah.
to be a great quarterback.
Yeah, and so Jared Stidham coming in, I think he's going to get massacred. Honestly, I think the Patriots D line is going to kill him.
I think it's going to be a defensive front.
And speaking of the Patriots, what were you guys more impressed by, the Patriots offense or defense?
Defense, to be honest.
defense.
Yeah,
Defense,
I did
100%.
not expect that whatsoever. I did not really expect it to be somewhat of a low scoring game up until the end. Until the end, Patriots kind of like extended their lead. But against that offense where you're having 6 turnovers, that's nuts. That's crazy.
It is.
I literally, I'm not gonna lie, TMI. I went to go take a dump.
Oh my God,
like
Duffy.
I come back, 2 turnovers. One of them was a pick six. I was like, I might as well just go back and take more dumps. If he's gonna
Oh my
play like,
gosh.
if he's gonna play like the dumps in the toilet, I mean, it was
Taking the Browns to
crazy.
the Super
I'm on
Bowl.
I am on the complete other side of the coin here. I was so thoroughly impressed with this Patriots offense. I know last week on the show I said that I thought if one team was going to reach 20, it was going to be Houston. And by golly, was I wrong? So clearly the divisional round just made me look like an asshole. Really, like because I've just been wrong twice now. Yeah, this is an offense. I mean, you go out there and they put up 28 points overall. A touchdown was from the defense, but the offense put up 21 points on this Houston Texans defense that has been torturing people all year
Yeah,
long.
21 points on Houston is very impressive.
It's very impressive.
Very, very. I mean, they played them tight too. It's
Yeah.
not like they were getting super open.
Yeah, I mean, this is a team that's allowing less than 20 points a game, and the Patriots put up 21 and probably could have put up more if you don't have the uncharacteristic pick from May and the fumble.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a great performance from New England, and I'm more than confident in their ability to get to the Super Bowl after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody that I want to speak on the Patriots defense, Carlton Davis, former Buccaneer.
Oh my gosh!
It's always about the Bucks.
Okay, no, but he had 2 turnovers.
I know.
He
I'm
caught
just
2
messing
picks.
with
Yeah, he
you.
did.
I mean, why couldn't you have done that on my team? That's all I have to
You
say.
got a Super Bowl. Quit your whining.
Yeah, he was
Tom
on the
Brady
team.
came and saved your sorry
No, but
franchise.
CD3, man, what a hell of a game. What a hell of a game. I mean, 2 picks. One of them was beautiful. The body movement that he had, he literally rolled his knee to stay inside. Buddy definitely does ballet. I mean,
Oh.
to be able to do
I
that,
think all football players should do ballet for their footwork.
he took a page out of the Rock's book.
You know,
When
you
he
know
went to
Willie
film
Galt.
that
Oh my
movie.
gosh, what was the game plan?
Yep, game
plan.
plan.
Do you know Willie Galt?
Mm-hmm.
85 Bears legend. He did ballet.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a
Nice.
it's
It's
a real
surprising,
thing.
yeah.
He was
it's
like
a real
track
thing.
runner.
No, I
He did
know that,
ballet. Yeah, that's where he got his footwork from.
And speaking of ballet, a team that's still dancing
Yes.
in the playoffs, the Seattle Seahawks.
Sam Darnold, you dog. You dog.
Absolute dog.
Sam Darnold is running the playoffs right now.
Not even
Keep going.
I snuck it in, dude.
Please keep
yeah,
going.
not even not even really Sam Darnold. Kenneth Walker the third, not the first, not the second, the third.
Dude, he went off.
How many How many touchdowns was it?
He had 3 touchdowns on 116 yards, averaging 6 a carry.
That's insane. That's absolutely nuts.
Unreal numbers. It's what you get when K9's healthy.
Yeah, you know what? You know what's really annoying? I put on a parlay.
Mhm.
$2 to win $100. Right? $2, $2. Simple. Anytime touchdown throw by Brock Purdy didn't hit.
Goose egg.
2 passing touchdowns by Sam Darnold. There was only one.
Only one.
And then I think it was 5 catches by JSN. Only 3. That's all
true.
that missed. Everything else hit. It was like 7 leg.
And it's like the gimme stuff.
Yep. It
really
was
is.
all the gimme stuff. And they had like an amazing like little one that I could have done. It was half a yard passing by CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
For a second I thought that wasn't going to hit.
Like half a yard passing.
Half a yard.
No, I think there's really not much to say about this game other than the fact that the 49ers injuries did catch up to them this week. They were able to squeak past Philly. It didn't matter as much. But when you play a team at the caliber of Seattle, you know, Sam Darnold playing it at frankly, an MVP level like he was last season. I mean, he's playing just as well. Then you have a team who I mentioned earlier in the year. I said the Seahawks were going to be sneaky good. And look at them now. They're not so sneaky.
Yeah.
I said their run game was incredible. The Seahawks were going to be frisky. And they're sure frisky. They're in the NFC Championship game.
I like their coach, Mike McDonald.
Mike McDonald.
Mike
Quarterback
McDonald
whisperer.
Mike McDonald had a team. EIEIO. I mean that man. Fantastic coach. Absolute fantastic coach. I would honestly put him in the top 10, maybe.
Oh,
maybe
he's
even
a top
maybe
10
even
coach right now.
maybe even
Easily, yeah.
maybe even higher. Swing him up to the top 7.
I'd say so.
But yeah, maybe 6. But then we just need to start getting we just got to get a counter like in the corner. Just how many we hit.
Emerson.
Numerous.
But anyway, fantastic game by the Seahawks. Absolute dominant. There is literally not a singular good thing to say about the Niners after this game. The only thing that comes out of the Niners when it comes to news-wise is that Robert Saleh left and now he's the Titans head coach, but we'll get into that later. I mean, dominant performance by KW the third. Relatively silent from JSN, besides he did get a touchdown. He got a touchdown catch from Sam Darnold. Also a fantastic game for Cooper Kupp. That looked like MVP Cooper Kupp from a couple seasons ago. But a stat that was pretty crazy is I think it was the first time, or in the last 3, maybe 5 years, Stafford and Cooper Kupp are back in the NFC Championship together.
Yeah.
But on separate teams. Yeah, it's pretty
weird.
crazy.
That is weird.
I can't wait for that game coming up this weekend, solely because I watched that Seahawks-Rams game a couple weeks ago live back in New York. Most crazy game that I think I've seen in a minute. I was before the playoffs. I mean, almost every single one of these playoff games has been absolutely crazy. But that was a fantastic game back then. I'm hoping and praying that the NFC Championship is like that again with the same exact result, because as I'm from New York, LA.
Oh.
I'll just bleep it.
Okay.
And,
good thing. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
good
it's okay.
thing for the 49ers, and it's actually weird because Kyle Shanahan has made the NFC Championship or Super Bowl in 4 of his 7 playoff appearances.
Yeah.
And so 2019, 21, 23, 24, NFC Championship or Super Bowl. The other years he did not make it was because of injuries. When you look back at each of these years, the 49ers fall short when when the entire team is injured. This year was one of those years. So if anything, this just screams, hey, 49ers, you're going to the championship next year. I mean, realistically,
But
that's how
we've
this
said
looks.
that for how many years?
They're
But
in it.
we're
They're in it
really,
almost every year.
they're almost in it every year. They just
4
got to
of the
get
last
they got to
7.
get rid of that substation first. That's what's got to happen. There's
guess
something in
so.
the air over in San Fran. But yeah, sorry Niners. If this was 100% your year if you didn't have injuries.
Maybe so. I think it was a different team's year. And to really get into that, just straight off the bat, the Rams did take down the Chicago Bears,
The Bears.
17-20 in overtime, despite late efforts from Caleb Williams. And so I do want to ask you guys, because this is something Hoagie and I discussed, I feel pretty strongly about. It'll get fixed in the future. Do we think that the aggressiveness of Ben Johnson possibly cost the Bears a trip to the NFC Championship game?
Hoagie, you want to answer?
No, I don't think that his aggressiveness cost us anything, because his aggressiveness cost us getting there. We wouldn't have gotten to that spot without a series of 100 different plays throughout the year. I mean, it was we were one play away,
Right.
10 times. So just to be there is just a great opportunity for the team, and I think that they're going to go forward from it really well. I'm happy with it. I'm happy for the season to be over. It's a burden off my shoulders for sure. Hold the Luther.
I got mixed feelings on it, to be honest, because they didn't lose by much. They pushed that game into overtime with one of the best plays that I have seen
From Caleb Williams.
in a while. That was beautiful.
I was like, where? He was like running the other way.
He ran,
I was
what,
like,
25 yards backwards?
Yes.
At least
It was. He started on the 15, ended up at the 40.
He threw it over 40 yards.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
by the way,
I was,
Cole Kmet.
but no, I was at library with a couple friends
Always
that
library.
night.
I was just.
It's
Always at
always
library.
lib. It always comes back to lib. Also, same with the Bucks because you know who used to coach for the Bucks? Sean, head coach, Rams. Anyways, I was at library and how many Bears fans live down here, dude?
Yeah, everyone's from the Midwest.
Yeah,
The Bears get rowdy, bro.
Yeah.
Place was packed. Place was absolutely packed, absolutely steaming the entire game. And when that play happened, if you had told me an earthquake was happening at library and it was just in library, I would have believed you. I mean, the bartenders were going on TikTok Live, and they were running up and down the bar screaming after that happened.
Yeah.
And then all the air was sucked out after that overtime.
Yeah. So to really take the other side of that, though, with Ben Johnson being so aggressive, you know, that's what he's known for. It's what he did in Detroit. It's what he does best. He has phenomenal play calling ability. He's so creative with what he does. But I think, like Dan Campbell, he gets too aggressive at times, and he can't just settle for three.
I agree.
And this happened twice in this game where they had a field goal set up, and they chose not to go for the three. They chose to go for it all. And it left 6 points off the board. I mean, it cost them 6 points. And so I think in that regard, you could say maybe Ben Johnson's being too aggressive. But in this game, Caleb Williams did throw 3 interceptions. Interceptions that were not good. They were rough.
They were
Yeah,
They were bad.
especially the last one.
The
Yes.
last one, I seen what he was going for. I mean,
Yeah.
DJ Moore,
Yeah.
he widened his route too much. We were talking about this. He was not supposed to be that wide down the field. He was supposed to cut across the field on a crosser. And so I know what Caleb was looking for. And in that moment, I mean, you're trying to make a play. The other two, though, I mean, that's points left off the board as well on those drives. So I think it's a mixed effort. Realistically, just being too aggressive overall from the Bears, I think a little bit. Whether it's Ben Johnson, whether it's Caleb trying to make a play. But that's going to get figured out. Ben Johnson's going to continue to become a better coach even than he is now, which is scary for the NFC. And Caleb Williams is going to keep getting better. I mean, he took such a jump this season, Caleb Williams did. From the other year when people are talking about he's a bust, he's not very good, he can't do this, can't do that. And now he takes the Bears to this stage with this brand new head coach against the MVP-led, I think MVP, Matt Stafford-led Rams. It takes them this way, a championship caliber team, and you lose by 3 in overtime. I mean, that is nothing to hang your head about, I think, if you're a Chicago Bear.
Right.
No, I mean, were you going to say something? You go.
Okay. That DJ Moore play just cooks me. Oh my
That
gosh,
was-
I struggle
Yeah.
with that so much because he makes just so much money. $25 million receiver, and you're looping your cross route and you're lollygagging and you're not making a play. And because I know that we have guys on our roster that would bust their ass on that route and that would make a play, because he didn't look like he was trying to make a play. And in that situation at the end of the season, I knew it was going to happen. When Caleb scored that touchdown at the end of regulation, I knew we were going to lose, and I knew that we ran out of juice. But I'm optimistic looking forward. You're
you
completely
should
right.
be.
Yeah, Ben Johnson has like the area that he has to grow in. It's not bad. It's very easy to do.
Yeah. I mean, he literally just has to calm down on drawing plays that fry other teams and just call other stuff that's going to work anyway. That's his issue here, is just being a little more conservative, which there's nothing
And
wrong
if our
with that.
line is healthy in that game, if Ozzie Trapillo was not injured, we
agree.
win that game. We
agree.
don't even go to overtime. We win that game, and we're playing for the NFC Championship.
Mm-hmm.
It's something to consider that in his first year, there's only in the history of the NFL, there's only been I think 5 or 6 first year coaches
Mm-hmm.
that have made it to the championship game, and 3 of them made it to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
It's not common to go that far.
No,
It
it's
just
not.
doesn't really happen.
I think Colston Loveland not being in the game for that drive when you throw that pick, trying to hit DJ Moore, is so huge because Colston Loveland has been the what is
Heart.
it? He has been the security blanket. He has been
The glue.
Caleb Williams' most consistent receiver in these playoffs. He's
He's the safety valve.
Absolutely, he's stepped up time and time again. And Colston Loveland not being in on that drive, I think really cost you. Because, I mean, you're telling me you're not looking for Loveland down the middle of the field on that drive? You're
Well,
gonna.
let me ask you, do you think that if it was Loveland he was throwing to, he would have caught it?
Well, Loveland wouldn't have ran his route that way. You're never going to send Colston Loveland on that kind of route.
But if Loveland's in the game, he'd be running a drag or something to the corner. He could be clearing out that side, and he could have an impact on that play.
Yeah, you're going to methodically get down the field. And I think they didn't have to go for it the way they did with Moore. You didn't have to get that many yards at once. I mean, the world was your oyster at that point. And
You have all the time in the world, yeah.
That's what even the announcers were talking about. They were like, take it slow and easy.
And you only
Don't
need 3
rush it.
points.
Don't get
You
flashy.
only- yeah.
All you need is a field goal.
We needed
ball
3.
and
Slow
I
that's
it
was
down.
so sure. I'm like, dude, this is it. Like, the Bears are going to do it. Like, oh my God, we're going to have a Bears win to talk about on Tuesday. And then you go for it all like that. And it's a young quarterback thing. It happens.
I mean, my take on all of it is I see it as the butterfly effect. You can't really talk, oh, we should have done this. We shouldn't have gone on 4th down, because then maybe that play never happens. Maybe they never
Right.
put it into overtime. Something else happens. The Rams don't even make it close
No,
at the
absolutely
end. But, I mean, I think it also speaks on, especially, obviously, how Ben Johnson was taught, too, to become this aggressive, go for it on 4th down, take the long dive, go for it. Obviously, by his mentor, Dan Campbell. I mean, that's also another man where we probably, if we had this show last year, would have been speaking about the same exact thing, because that was the conversation during that playoff game with the Lions last season.
Absolutely.
Should they have gone for it on 4th down so many times? But, I mean, it just brings in butterfly effect. If you don't go for it on 4th down and you don't get it then, what happens later on in the game? But
yeah.
I fully agree that, first season with Ben Johnson and this whole roster, this is just the beginning. You're gonna be back. You're 100% gonna be back.
plus season for
You're gonna be back when you have God and the Pope on your side.
Well, yeah, I mean-
that's the Popa.
yeah, especially
Popa.
from where the Bears were a few years ago. Then you get Caleb and you add all these pieces around him. It doesn't go the way you want to, and then you bring in Ben Johnson, and it's like icing on the cake. Like it's sitting right there in front of them, and the Bears are going to be fine. I mean, God forbid the guy takes a few shots. Ben puts his Johnson on the table. Like, God forbid, and. You got to respect it. I mean, this is why football is a game of very few inches. They're 2 plays away from winning this game, 1 play away from winning this game, and moving on to the championship game. And I believe that they should be there, but coulda, shoulda, woulda.
It's sad but hopeful.
Bears Super Bowl 2027.
I can see it. To be
Bears Chiefs Super Bowl 2027,
Okay.
and from there I will hate the Bears that day.
honest.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I will absolutely hate
That
the
would be
Bears.
very
It will
contentious.
be-
That'd be an ugly scene.
It'll be Bucks Bears NFC championship.
Lions?
Then Bucks. We just need Mike McDaniel first. That's all we need.
Yeah, because that went great in Miami. All right.
He had a concussion student.
Student.
I mean, they study his brain to see how concussions
Jeez.
work.
Well, we're talking about how much coaches have an impact on their team's success. And there's been a whole lot of things going on in the NFL coaching carousel as of late. Namely, Harbaugh is officially a Giant on a 5-year deal. As we talked about earlier, Sean McDermott got fired, finally. And Kevin Stefanski's a Falcon, which I think you may have predicted off screen when we were talking about it.
You had some great predictions.
Last week, we created a segment. I didn't have much time to be able to edit it. And then once I did find the time to edit it, 2 of my picks came true, so I didn't think that we should put it out. We had John Harbaugh going to the Giants and Stefanski going to the Falcons.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of shocked that my Titans prediction didn't happen. Pete Carroll, where were you? But anyway, this is a historic coaching carousel. I have never seen anything like this. You have, honestly, some of the best head coaches, dare I say, of all time, switching teams after years and years and years of being with their franchises. Not at just head coach. I mean, just today, Danny Smith, the 13-year-long special teams coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers, signed with Tampa Bay today. Such an improvement, by the way, because if you've been watching, you know that I hated that man, our special teams coordinator. Dare I even say his name? I'm not gonna. That's basically Voldemort. But anyway, I think John Harbaugh going to the Giants, I predicted it because it is such a perfect fit, man. You have one of the greatest coaches of all time, coaching a very, very young roster, exciting roster. Some that will say will run through a wall with Scatterboot leading the charge, breaking the wall with his damn head. It is a fantastic fit altogether, especially with that defense as well. You have Darth Vader on the defensive side. You got Anakin Skywalker on the offensive side. John Harbaugh even said when he got to their press conference this morning, stating that New York is exactly what everybody has always said. It is something else. Yeah. So I believe in John Harbaugh and the New York Giants.
I mean,
I do too.
We'll definitely see what he does to kind of keep this moving. Robert Saleh ended up taking the Titans head coaching spot. He also got a 5-year deal. The Titans were previously thought to be interested in Matt Nagy. They brought him in for an interview. That was the main guy that they were after, but they settle on Robert Saleh, and it'll be interesting to see how this goes because Robert Saleh with the New York Jets was just abysmal. It was nothing to bring home to your mom.
Honestly,
that's
though,
for sure.
There's a lot that goes into his coaching past. I mean, you take a look at the Jets. First year, your quarterback tears his Achilles 4 plays in.
Mm-hmm.
Second year, your quarterback is coming off of an Achilles injury. Then where did he go after that? Am I blanking on something?
He just became the D coordinator for the Niners again.
Yeah,
he was great.
I mean,
he's great as a D coordinator.
Yeah, he's a great
phenomenal.
defensive guy, and now he's got a shot to be able to turn this Titans offense and defense around to bring it back to what it was a couple years ago when they were the number 1 seed in the AFC. They have a fantastic quarterback, in my opinion, who just had a rough first year with a rough organization, to say the least. I honestly think that it's a perfect fit with Saleh at the Titans, and I can't wait to see what happens down there in Tennessee.
I think that offense needs a spark, though. I mean,
does.
Cam Ward didn't do anything to impress me this rookie year. I think that you draft a guy like that, number 1 overall, and put nothing around him and give him no support. I mean, they didn't give him any play calls that made it easy. He had no. You can't think of any clip of him dropping back and making an easy pass.
Yeah.
I never saw it.
The only thing that ever came out with Cam Ward was the arm talent, showing off the arm talent, which we've all known he has. This is no surprise. You know, the Titans did absolutely make his rookie year as hard as they possibly could have. And now the Dolphins trying to take away a hard future for themselves, hiring Packers defensive coordinator Eric Hafley. The Lions brought in the former Arizona Cardinal offensive coordinator Drew Petzing. And to really get into that, the Cardinals ranked 2nd in yards per carry in 2023 and 24, but then they were 16th in 2025 due to multiple injuries. So to take away from that, the pass game may suffer just a little bit because he's more consistent and he wants consistent short passes rather than deep balls and crazy stuff. But Sonic and Knuckles will absolutely thrive in Detroit. And lastly,
hope so.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And lastly, my absolute favorite signing of them all. The Chiefs are set to bring back Eric Bieniemy. EB is going to be back in the building for Kansas City. And to really tell you why this is so important, Eric Bieniemy was the OC from 2018 to 2022. We're talking 2 Patrick Mahomes MVPs. We're talking 2 Super Bowls. The Kansas City offense averaged 30 points a game, 406 yards per game, ranking top 6 and scoring every single year, and first overall twice. The offense averaged nearly 295 passing yards per game, which routinely overwhelmed defenses with pace, spacing, and explosive efficiency. Eric Bieniemy being back in this building is huge for this Kansas City team that is lacking discipline, is lacking explosiveness. They had the players. They needed someone to get in there. And in league-wide, Eric Bieniemy is known as a guy that's going to get in your face. He's going to get down to the details. He's not letting the BS fly. So this is beautiful. And all this tells me is that Travis Kelce will be back next season. That's all I got.
I'm honestly excited for you. This offense is going to be
excited for you too.
fantastic. I'm not excited as a fan because, I mean, 2018 to 2022, that was prime Chiefs years. That was the Chiefs. That was the Kansas City Chiefs that we've all come to know and hate. I mean, Eric Bieniemy. Eric Bieniemy coming back to KC, it's definitely a sight to see. That's definitely like Maleficent coming to prick Sleeping Beauty's finger with the pedestal.
Yeah,
It's exactly what they needed.
Absolutely.
It's just exactly. The offense was hard to watch this year.
It
I
was
am
terrible.
actually happy that I'm happy for it because watching the Chiefs play, I want to see some good offense.
Yeah.
Because historically, the Bears have not provided me with an offense that moves the ball down the field consistently.
Tell me about it.
So you put the Chiefs on, I want to see some good offense, and it was just this year, you had more of them cutting to Patrick Mahomes, making like grimacing, than you did them scoring touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, if you really want to get a good look at why this is so big, just go ahead, very quick, simple search, look up Patrick Mahomes' stats. You can see exactly where Eric Bieniemy left the Chiefs. When Matt Nagy came in, Patrick Mahomes' touchdowns all dropped down by almost half. His interceptions went up. His passer rating went down. His completion percentage is about the same. But, I mean, he went with Eric Bieniemy 5,000 yards, 4,000 when he was hurt for a few games, but he was 26 and 5 touchdown to interception, 4,800 yards, 4,900 yards, 5,300 yards with Eric Bieniemy. And then you get Matt Nagy, 4,100, 3,900, 3,500. Wow. It is a incredible drop-off. So Eric Bieniemy being back in this building, I'm going to be such an unbearable asshole next season. Oh, my gosh. I cannot wait for the Chiefs offense to get humming again, baby.
But you might complain at the TV less.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Something that I want to speak on before we move on. I am very excited on this Lions offensive coordinator position. Not for the Lions, though, solely for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
How does this come back to the Bucs?
It always comes back to them.
Because Mike
But
McDaniel.
so there were reports that the people around Mike McDaniel were saying that he is very excited about these OC positions that he has been offered. Mm-hmm. One of them was the Lions, which has now been filled. Mm-hmm. Another being the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I fully believe, you can quote me on this, I think it'll show up maybe in a week and a half, 2 weeks from now. Mike McDaniel will sign with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I fully believe that there is going to be a stipulation in his contract for if Todd Bowles does bad next season, that Mike McDaniel will become the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers next season, bearing him and Todd Bowles both doing their jobs correctly. Or Mike McDaniel doing his job correctly and Todd Bowles just doing what he's been doing.
Hopefully he doesn't get a hold of any Benjamins on the sideline.
Yeah, that and Baker better not become a concussion patient. So that's all I care about. I fully believe that this special team signing by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers of Danny Smith from the Steelers, I think it fully sets the tone. He was a beloved coach in Pittsburgh, and all the fans were sad to see him leave. I've honestly never seen a reaction out of that from a special teams coordinator. But, I mean, I guess that's what you get when he's been there for 13 years. And to be honest, I think it fully sets the tone for Mike McDaniel to come, because if you got a guy that's willing to leave the building after 13 years in Pittsburgh, while they're still trying to rebuild, they just got rid of Tomlin and everything, or Tomlin stepped down, and he has an opportunity to lead this team basically as a ST coach. I fully believe that it sets the tone that he was willing to come to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's obviously seeing something special down in Tampa Bay.
ST stands for set the tone.
Yes.
ST. Hello, and also goodbye here in just a second. But before we say goodbye, I have one final thing that I do want to say.
You good?
If you are attending FGCU basketball, get on your feet. Stop being lame, weird. Like, I don't care if you don't want to stand up. You're at a college basketball game, you stand up. When the guys are out there playing their asses off, they're trying to get the crowd hype, and there's more 85-year-olds standing up than you at 19, 20, 21 years old, and they're more rowdy than you are, that's a problem. We are a student section. It is our job to be rowdy, to get these players fired up. You want to see a good basketball team play, give them a reason to play good. They play better when they're being cheered on. So if you're at the basketball game, please get rowdy. We're going to bring signs, fat heads, everything that you need. Come to the game and just be ready to cheer. Like, I can't get over it. Be ready. Like, I know I have a weird mindset on it because I am a Kansas City sports fan, and the fans in Kansas City are unlike no other. The Chiefs hold the sound record. The Kansas Jayhawks hold the sound record. They're just a bunch of crazy drunk farmers in the middle of nowhere because all they got is the Chiefs and the Jayhawks. I get it. But I am a diehard Kansas Jayhawk fan. But I go to school here, and so do you. So have some pride. You know, when you're at the game, stand up, cheer. I see you all standing for the T-shirt toss, but you're not standing up when Isaiah Malone dunks on somebody's head. Why not? Just do it. Like, just
show up and show out. You'll have more fun if you have fun.
That's so true.
I promise.
Bring the juice. Let's do it.
The seats aren't even comfortable because there's no backing to them, so you might as well stand anyway.
So true.
I want to throw it back to a classic movie called Remember the Titans.
Oh, it's a good one.
At our stadium, there is one side, and then there is another side that does not stand up. There is one side that stands up throughout the entire game, is yelling at everybody to stand up. Majority of the time, it's this guy right here. Left side, strong side, right side, strong side. You can't have a student section with one side sitting down and one side standing up. Come on, you got to stand up. You got to get hyped. This is how basketball teams and colleges are rebuilt. You are rebuilt through the energy that the student section gives off. Your team is not going to play good unless the students show up. We have been saying it for 16 weeks now. 16 weeks.
Real.
Please show up.
We
We're
will
not
be
gonna
perfect in every facet of the game.
You drop a pass, you run a mile.
You don't cheer.
You miss a blocking assignment, you run a mile.
You don't cheer. You
show
run a
up-
mile.
You don't show up to the basketball game, I will stick my foot in your
John
ground hind parts. And then you will run a mile. This next basketball game will be perfection at Alico Arena.
Absolutely will be. You need just go. We're gonna have fathead signs. We're gonna get rowdy. The high school kid with his shirt off is gonna be chirping the bench.
I hope he doesn't get kicked out again.
He didn't get
He
kicked
got
out.
kicked out?
Well, he
didn't
did
get
a
kicked
few
out.
weeks
Travesty.
ago. He
No.
did like weeks
If
ago.
you want to see what a basketball fan looks like, a kid that gives a darn, look at that kid. I don't even know his name, and we should know his name. I
we should
forgot
get
it.
him on here.
Yeah, he's going to be on the show. We're going to bring him on. He wore a suit jacket to the last game, and that came off. Tie around the neck, shirtless, shaking what his mama gave him at the other team when they're shooting free throws. Be that guy.
I want to see that kind of energy.
Be that guy. All it takes is a few, and everyone's rowdy. And speaking of rowdy student sections and rowdy fans, the Kansas Jayhawks and my sweet prince, Darren Peterson, played tonight. Go watch the game, 11 p.m.
Anyways, this was a beautiful episode. I think this was one of the most energizing episodes that we filmed. This was one of my favorite, to be honest, to film. There was one episode where it was my favorite, and we lost all the footage by accident. But anyway,
Yep.
on the brighter side, this was episode 16 of The Pulse. Show up and show out. We're really trying to get something moving.
Give the student
And
section a
I
pulse.
want to start anew. Chant. Or just like a foul shot thing. We all yell during it. You know what I want to hear? You know what I want to hear during foul shots? When the other team goes up to the line, I want to hear this.
Oh, boy.
Give that student section a pulse. Come on. now.
Stomp your feet. Let's go.
Stomp your feet, raise your hands, get rowdy, get loud, show up, show out, left side, strong side. This was episode 16 of The Pulse.